Welcome back to A Vision Experiment with me, Ty, talking everything Apple Vision Pro, spatial computing, and in this particular video, Apple Immersive Video. So we've just had a brand new Apple Immersive Video drop on Apple TV. It's a fantastic looking piece called Flight Ready, and honestly, I have been excited for this particular one since I saw the most recent up-to-date Experience Immersive trailer that Apple put on to Apple TV. It's definitely something that may not be for absolutely everyone, and obviously, to give warning to many people, this has got a lot of scenes at height and also at sea, so it may not be for all of you. But I thought what would be really good is that I can react as an immersive filmmaker to this particular 14-minute video. This is a spoiler video. If you have not seen this yet, please go and see it. Wait till you've seen it to come back, and if you want to see my thoughts on the overall video itself, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you do like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, because that is super important to the channel. I'm also on Patreon. I forgot to mention that. Keep forgetting that all the time. But yes, I'm on Patreon. Go and check it out in the link in the description down below to check out the memberships. You can join absolutely free, or you can join some of the paid for memberships that give you more access to exclusive behind the scenes content and plenty more from A Vision Experiment, and your support just means a lot. One of the things that's really interesting about immersive capture and immersive filmmaking is it is so different to shooting traditional form video. There's so many things that you have to be aware of to create comfort for the viewer. The viewer's wearing the device that they're watching on their head. So if you create scenes in immersive video that basically makes them feel extremely detached from their real world environment, it can cause anything from motion sickness and vertigo to just general discomfort at the least. It's just one of those things that as an immersive filmmaker, we always think about, and we've gone through, and I, for one, dropping my small plane here, have 100% learned from many mistakes along the way in almost a decade of shooting 360 and 180 media, and obviously heading into Apple immersive standards. It's even more important because of the quality and the frame rate, and everything is so amazing. You don't want to spoil it by shooting this stuff wrong. Now, I will be brutally honest, I have watched this already. I'm not going to give you my feelings about it until the end of this video, but it is going to be a reaction to early on when I watched this for the first time, and we're going to run through the full 14 minutes, and I'm going to give my thoughts on the shots and what I like, what I don't like, and maybe just some generalization over the whole piece itself. And I just wanted to finally utilize some of my expertise and skills in this world of immersive media to finally kind of pick something for everyone in the community. For Apple Vision Pro have been talking about this since it launched. So I think it's time to time travel back to when I first watched Flight Ready. Right then, let's check out this brand new Apple Immersive film called Flight Ready. I've got my plane ready to go, and hopefully it's not going to crash and burn. I've got extremely high expectations of this because I've seen snippets of it in the Experience Immersive trailer. So let's stop talking and let's start watching. And you're going to watch along with me. So let's go. I am ready. I am ready. Now, please bear with me when I say that these opinions are mine alone, and you do not have to agree with anything that I say. But what I do want you to do is comment down in the comment section your views of this particular piece from Apple. I really am very excited for you to give me your thoughts about it, and tell me what is your best bits and what bits you didn't like that's what's so important about this. So let's go. So we've got the brand new Apple TV intro. Okay. So that's a nice shot. We're really far out from the aircraft carrier. Got two helicopters rolling in. We've got some text. That's nice. It's smooth. It's a smooth shot. Now we're kind of banking just to the left. Now we've just cut
of a naval aircraft carrier
to the flight deck, and we've got loads of what looks like F-18s. This image is a little bit on the tilt. It's almost like a little bit forced perspective, making you look down at the aircraft. Oh, now we've got a slight change of camera. This is not the full Apple Immersive field of view. And now we're right at the front of a F-18 about to take off, right low on the ground. That one's tipped forward a little bit. Not so sure on that angle. Feel like that again is a little bit of forced perspective. You could use your head to really look at that. It lingered long enough to do that. And we've got another shot from a wider angle of it taking off. And that was a little bit unlevel as well. So I'm not sure about those shots. I like these really low shots. They're really, really cool.
That flight deck is one of the most...
Wow, that's an amazing shot. Whoa. Flight ready has just appeared in text in yellow in front of me. And we just got a flyby of an incredible fighter jet. Right, so we're doing a really big flyover the deck of the Nimitz aircraft carrier. And that's amazing. You've got so much room to wander and move your eyes around.
Of the USS Nimitz, also known as the Big XO.
Right, so we've now got this, we're now kind of having interviews now. We're looking at the Captain Ryan full Wilder, and it's a slightly different camera system where you've got that depth of field.
Is it every single sailor?
Not a massive fan of that, and I'll tell you why in a bit. This is a really cool shot of everybody on the deck. You're now inside, like almost like a bit of a bunker type environment. A lot of the clips are all very hard cut. Now we're looking at more of that type of different camera system to the full Apple Immersive camera system. It's more like a stereo camera system that gives you depth of field. The only thing I really don't like about it is it really widens and stretches the image. It's almost like the opposite to fisheye, where you're getting a bow. That was cool. Wow. Watching a fighter jet land on these aircraft carriers is insane. Another one of those kind of like stretched out 3D shots that are like larger than life kind of shots. Just a little bit too close to my liking. This is cool. We've got F-18 flying straight over my head. Wow. You're just not going to get this close unless you work for the US Navy, which is just insane. Right. Now we are right out at sea. We've got the aircraft carrier far out into the distance.
That is a very small ship in a very large ocean. That's something I think that is somewhat unique about our job relative to other ones in the military is that...
So we've got Tars, who is an F-18 pilot.
This will still kill your heartbeat.
This is cool. We're coming in onto the deck of the aircraft carrier. And you've got lots of room to look around. That's really, really cool.
There's nothing short of... It's a control.
It's quite a quick shot, to be fair, and it's kind of like coming down. Wow. Saw another fighter jet being caught onto the deck. Another aerial high shot. That's cool. Oh, we've got a plane coming in. It's amazing. These shots in the air being so close to these extremely expensive aircraft. That's cool. Lots of layering. We've got people in the foreground, mid-ground, background, and obviously the action of the planes and the people.
People say that they're not a little scared. They probably are lying.
We've got another pilot, tonsil, female pilot. Again, that slightly different type of camera system that gives you this kind of shallow depth of field, but it also makes everyone look a little bit larger than life. We've got another pilot, Squatcho. See, I personally would prefer to see them life scale. I feel like it's too big, and that's just my opinion. I think it's still stunning. It's really cool. But I think sometimes when it's larger than life and in your face, it's just a bit too invasive into your personal space. This is a lovely shot on board the deck.
You have to pull it together, focus, and make it happen. Because the option is you pull alongside the aircraft and eject because you run out of fuel, or you crash on the flight deck, you kill yourself, and you kill somebody else. That's it.
So dangerous. Like these environments are just unbelievably dangerous, and I honestly cannot give the production team enough credit for being on these, let alone the people that actually have to work on them.
Every single fight. We don't like movement.
I see, this is another shot. You've got close-ups of the helmets hanging. It's got Nosak and another female fighter pilot. Oh, don't like that shot of the shot from her from behind. It feels, she just feels enormous. And then you've got a really close up of the patch. And I understand why they're using this, is to give some agency to the people creating it, to give you some close-ups of stuff. I'm not quite sure I would want to do it unless it was a room. Having the space was the factor for why. And now I'm just going to have to turn the volume down a little bit. We've got some music. Kickstart My Heart. You may recognize it from WWDC 2024 with the parachuting at the beginning. Awesome track. Awesome track. Anyway, back to the video. We've got this sort of elevator lift bringing up fighter jets up onto the platform, which is pretty awesome. Oh, we got a pilot jumping in. That's cool. Being that close to a pilot, getting in the cockpit, they are some really, really sick shots. Honestly, the access is just next level. Unbelievable. All right, we're now on the deck as a lot of the different personnel on board are prepping for a takeoff. Really close to one guy right here. This is cool. This is like real Top Gun, man. This is what you want to see. If you love Top Gun, you're going to love this. Wow. It's like a bullet out of a gun. Wow. It's just taken straight off the deck. That is just insane. And another one. So crazy how close. Wow. Now you feel like you are like right on the front of a fighter jet taking off, although I can imagine even faster than that. That was cool. Right, we're what? Whoa, wow. Oh my God. That was probably one of the best shots in all of immersive video. Like, I'm not even kidding you when I say I've just seen an F-18 fly past me, and honestly, it's breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking watching these F-18s flying past you in the air. It's insane. Or watching one coming into land. That's a really, really cool pan round shot. Really would like to know what this was on. Was it on a drone? Was it on a military chopper? What? Some questions to be answered here.
In the ship.
Oh, we're now in the dark.
Pay me enough.
We have 4 of the 4 you have control. First aircraft is 110, right 3 miles off the runway.
See, these are a lot more of these close-up shots again. Not too bad. Not too bad. See, this is another one as well. This is another one of those. It's a different camera system. I like it though. I suppose in some ways there are some occasions where you just simply can't get the full immersive camera that close, maybe for safety reasons, or you want to focus on something specifically. But this is stunning. You see in the fighter jet's engines firing out of the back. They're they're absolutely roasting hot, but you would not want to be in the way of that. And I would not want to be taking off at night time off this
psychologically it is scary
carrier,
because you are deprived of a lot of the assurances that being able to see the ocean and see the boat give you.
It's a little bit of shake on that shot, but honestly, I couldn't care less. The sort of cinematics of this are just insane. See, this shot's good. This is shot on that other camera system, and I like that. I like seeing some of the information, instrumentation. It doesn't have straight lines that bothers me a little bit sometimes. It bows the image, especially when you get a real wide amount of it, like a wide field of view of that. God, this looks dangerous as hell. It's scary enough doing it in the day. It hasn't landed. This one came in to try and land in the dark and it couldn't do it. It's got to go back. It's a flyby. Got to come back round, try again. That's a cool shot. I like the depth of field. Seeing the kind of radar.
You're going to keep coming around and trying to trap. There's nowhere to go, so you need to get it together.
Also, night shots, lots of noise, very hard to control. May have to use the other camera system specifically because of the noise levels, maybe too high to use the immersive camera potentially. Obviously, I'm just thinking out loud of reasons.
The reality is you probably had a couple scary moments and you've decided that you're okay and that you're going to keep pressing forward.
It's really rare to see aircraft on aircraft carriers flying at night, so that's incredible. We're now like bird's eye view looking down
in the world.
Into the control tower
because of the professionalism and expertise
We're in
of
the
our world-class sailors and officers.
In the bowels of the ship now. That's a nice shot. Seeing some of the work on the planes. That's really, really cool.
We owe it to our nation to be as professional as possible. So
it's a fantastic video, fantastic film. Access like no other. Shots that I've just never ever seen in my life, and just incredible. Wow. Fly ready. What a video. What an Apple immersive video. Now just seeing two aircraft that are taking off with the aircraft carrier in the distance. Slow fly over the flight deck. Flying towards the aircraft carrier from sea. Lots and lots of aerial moving shots. But the killer shots are these ones. These static shots, seeing the fighter jets just flying by. Wow, one just came from underneath me. That was just insane. I don't think I've ever said insane this much in my whole life. This shot is just stunning. See it again. And that little finish with the smoke, the Apple logo. Wow. Lots and lots to unpick there. A lot to unpick. First of all, that is by far up there as one of the best pieces of immersive film that I've ever seen in terms of real life documentary or sort of like capture. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Like, any minor criticisms are extremely minor. They're things that may be more my preference. I think from the beginning of the film, I mentioned some of the shots were more angled to force your perspective. I was in two minds whether if these shots were going to be very quick cut, that maybe having that forced perspective would be required. I don't think that they were. I think that you would have found what you were looking at if you kept it level. So I'm not sure that you needed them, but that's the filmmaker's prerogative to choose what was best. But like moving on throughout the rest of that film, and as you saw from my reaction, it's stunning. It's amazing. It's the only way I can describe it is if you don't have a fear of heights and you don't have a fear of being at the sea and you love something like TopGun, this is for you. This is something that you need to see, whether you own a Vision Pro or you know someone that owns a Vision Pro, or you can go into an Apple store to go and see. You need to see it because it is just incredible. Talking about the shots and based on the different camera systems being used, we've seen it in other Apple Immersive videos where we've seen a different camera system being used between what I would classify as the dual fisheye lens dual sensor system versus a traditional lens dual system that is capturing a stereo image. You're syncing up two cameras together, but they're not fisheye lens as far as I'm aware, to give you a bit of ability to zoom into things, or if it's not just that, to give you depth of field with specific lenses that can be calibrated together. And the only thing I get from those kind of clips is it's almost like a bit of a cardboard cutout feeling. You feel like the person in front of you is quite stretched, larger than life and quite flat. And they do pop out from the background, but it feels like layered cardboard cutouts. It doesn't feel as realistic as the stereo fisheye lens that's creating the Apple Immersive video scenes. And I like them a million times better. They're real world scale, or world scale, and the other images are more larger than life scale, and they don't seem to have straight lines. They bow, they warp, and so therein lies the reason why I don't necessarily love them that much. I wish they were used a little bit more sparingly. I obviously don't know what the brief was, and obviously the filmmakers have done an amazing job regardless of capturing some of these pilots, and talking to them and their experiences is still amazing. I just sometimes feel like actually I prefer interviews where I feel like the person is life-size to me, so I don't know what their limitations were whilst filming. It may have been a space-related issue or just a general artistic choice. Either way, I've got to give Flight Ready basically a 10 out of 10. If I was going to be hypercritical and knock it down, it would only go down to like a 9.5 out of 10, just for a couple of things that are really a personal preference. Overall, the actual video itself is probably up there with Metallica in terms of, how well it was shot. And with minimal things in there that made me feel uncomfortable. What I'd like you guys to do is give me your thoughts and let me know what you think about Flight Ready in the comments down below. So that's it. That's the first reaction to Flight Ready. I'm guaranteed I'll be watching it again very, very soon. And I think it's time to go back to Future Ty. Future Ty here, having let that sink in and absorb and everything. I've come out of it now with maybe a few more thoughts, but not a lot different in terms of that sense. I'm actually really excited to see what else Apple can do, where they can take Apple Immersive Video in places that you just can't access. These things are very, very difficult places to access, and I can imagine it took a hell of a lot of work to get permission to be on a US aircraft carrier and capture millions and millions and millions of pounds worth of fighter jets in the air and have to maybe even put them slightly at risk just to get those shots. I get the feeling that it was a very challenging shoot all around from some of the people that I know on LinkedIn that were involved. And all I can say is bravo, you've done a fantastic job, and you've done like immersive filmmakers proud in what you've created, because there are going to be people that will watch this that didn't even know that this type of media existed, and when they see it, it's just going to be like magic, like nothing they've ever experienced in their life, and probably won't ever get to experience it in real life. So with that, I think that it's time to wrap the video up. Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you guys for being part of the spatial community and watching my videos. If you do enjoy them, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm also on Patreon, so please go over to Patreon, check out the link down below about my memberships on Patreon. I do lots of extra content around these videos. I want you guys to be part of the AVE spatial community. This is definitely something that's going to be pushed long and hard, and I really want you guys to be involved with it. If you are a massive fan of AppleVisionPro and spatial computing, you don't have to be just purely AppleVisionPro. We do Meta on here. We will be doing Galaxy XR stuff in the future, hopefully. It's not released in the UK, so it's one of the main reasons why I've not spoke about it that much. And plenty more that will release in the future. And with that, I'll catch you guys for another video really soon.